God bless everybody today and this evening. I had to hop up on here, man, because it was just up on my mind and stuff like that. So I was wanting to go ahead and do this video. I didn't know when, but I'll go ahead and do it now. But I want to let everybody know that if you feel that you have to cut somebody off in your life, um, it's always for a great reason. It's not always because you have something against them or anything like that. But when you know that you've been called to do something, some things you have to cut away out of your life. And I just feel like that's another thing that we are in this season, and that's hard for people to understand and realize. But when God is calling you to do something, a majority of the time He's going to have you He's gonna have you cut off that individual, because all through those times, you don't know if that person has always been that person that always kept you from your blessing. And that individual may not feel like that, oh, that's what I'm trying to do, but they don't realize that they're being controlled by the enemy. And a lot of times that can be them trying to stop your blessing, stop whatever God is doing in your life. So one thing for sure that we are literally in the season, and one thing, let me get one thing clear and straight with you all. Let me get one thing clear and straight with you all. Is it always easy? No. I mean, when you know been friends with somebody for so long, or it can be a family member. It's not that easy. It's really not that easy. But it's one of the things that will help you, because the way God is gonna bless, I can't really honestly describe it, but God is going to really do some great things in this hour. And we don't know if we're going to be getting a phone call that can change our life, and all this other stuff that God is really want to bless us with. We don't know who's watching us during this time. And one thing I came to notice and I thought about, if you got a door open to the people, to one of the individuals or whatever like that, that you know that's holding you down, that's holding your blessings down and everything, and it's keeping you from prospering and everything like that, that God is gonna speak to those others and be like, don't call them yet. Don't promote, say that you're gonna promote them yet, and this and all this other stuff. It can be anything that God is gonna bless you with, but He can tell the other people that's gonna come and bless you, hold off a bit. Hold off a bit, because there's certain things that the individual, he haven't let go yet. He haven't let go of that situation, because one thing for sure, if God is gonna bless you really big, He want to make sure everything is all out the way. That's just the way it is. Anything that's attached, that's going to make it look like it's going to be, that's going to interfere with the blessing, He has to move it. So He has to break all these things off of you in order for Him to bless you. Because once you get the blessing, you're holding on to them, they're going to tear it up. I mean, it's just not going to go good. So that's one thing I came to learn, that like I said, I had an individual that we was really great friends and stuff, but I just feel like we just going our separate ways. I mean, it's like I said, nothing personal, but I just feel like we just going our separate ways. We probably been friends for like probably like ever since my freshman year, probably. Yeah, so we been cool and everything like that, and we still cool. I just think, in this time of this season this year, I just think we're just going our separate ways, and because like I said, he got stuff going on, and I have certain things that I got to get going on, and so and we're not seeing eye to eye. We're not seeing eye to eye. We're not agreeing to certain things, and I just think it's just best for me to keep my space and really seek the Lord with all my heart, and do what God really called me to do. I mean, I have to leave a lot of stuff behind me. I have to. I can't let anything in this season stop me from growing in God. And I'm speaking to somebody else too that comes across this video. I want everybody to prosper. I want everybody to be blessed and do what they're supposed to do for God. But there's some things you're gonna have to cut off out of your life, and it may not necessarily be friends, family. It could be anything. It could be addiction. It could be anything. Whatever that's hindering you, whatever that's stopping you to move forward. God is not going to allow people to contact you for opportunity or this and that. He's not going to allow that to happen, because He's saying there's still stuff that I'm trying to get Him to give to me, so I can break that off of Him. You know, So I believe that's just the season, we are into, man. This is a time you have to cut off certain people. You just have to. I may that may sound like it's harsh, but I'm trying my best to not put it in a harsh way. But it's really for a reason. It's for kingdom minded. For kingdom mind things. Thank you, Holy Ghost. But it's really for kingdom mind things. Where God is taking you, you have to you have to separate yourself. And I know that's what I've been doing, and it's not easy. I mean, literally, that was like the only friend I have, and it hurts. It really do. But one thing for sure, I one thing for sure, if I lose certain people here and there, I know I have a God that still loves me and that still cares for me, and that's within me. And he's more lovable than anything and anybody. And so long as I have Christ in me, that's my only concern. This ain't the first time I walked down this lonely road. I mean, man, it seemed like it was ever since I grew up, ever since I was born, it was nothing like it was just like me just always being lonely. And I always asked God, even before I got saved, I said, Lord, I don't understand this. I just don't understand this. I don't click with a lot of people. I just don't. I was bullied, and I'm gonna tell y'all too. I was bullied in high school. I'm a man. Look, and honestly, it wasn't even by boys. It was by females. I was bullied by females. They used to call me all types of names. They used to talk about my skin color and all this other stuff. Said I was ugly. I took all that stuff before. I'm serious. I'm letting y'all know, man. Like, look, y'all don't know what I've been through. I was bullied. I wouldn't say necessarily bullied, but I mean, I guess you can call it bully. But I basically was just talked about so much. I'll put it that way. I never been a person that that, and I feel like that's what it was in even my senior year. Really, I try to really be somebody that I really wasn't. Like I was trying to hang out with the good crowd because for some reason it always looked like they were getting. I'm just gonna be honest. It looked like they was getting a bunch of females and getting all the cloud and all this other stuff. That's what it looked like. So I used to try to fit in right in it, but it just always felt like it was something wrong, and I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand. It always felt like there was something missing, and I literally do. I try my best. I mean, I was getting a bunch of shoes. I was getting a bunch of clothes that I didn't even thought I would even wear to try to really fit in. They used to wear skinny jeans and stuff like that. I wore skinny jeans. I think I wore that a few times, but then after a while, I started feeling uncomfortable because anything that's tight up on me, I feel uncomfortable. So I eventually let that go a long time ago. But I can tell that I was really trying to fit in because I never felt like I was accepted all through my school years. I felt like I was never accepted. I felt like I was always looked over, and that's what I'm saying. This is something I kept dealing with even when I was a kid. This is the stuff I was dealing with when I was in school, and so people don't understand how that stuff felt. People don't know, and this individual, like my friend, he don't know none of this stuff, and like I said, this is the kind of stuff that I had to grow up dealing with, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. That's why when I see people get rejected or get pushed aside, stuff like that, man, my heart goes out to them because man, I know what that stuff feels like. It don't feel good at all. I mean, when you really just trying to fit in, man, and knowing that there's a call on you, and because I didn't know there was ever a call up on my life. I knew God was real. I did know that, you know, but I never knew there was a calling up on my life. That's one thing I never knew that there was a calling up on my life. But I thank God for the call. I really did. And I thank God that I answered immediately because trust me, the stuff I was into, man, it was overwhelming. So I come to let everybody know that I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody in this world is perfect. We all have been through some tragedy and devastating stuff. And I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that for a fact. Man. And one thing for sure, I may switch up a little bit. When it came to females, man, it was like I love so strongly because I'm a loving person. That's always been me. And I'm not for me because see a lot of brothers they like to get around and be like, oh man. I ain't letting that girl get to me. Even she go, I ain't letting it get to me. Come on now. It's getting to you somehow. You may not be showing in front of me, but it's getting to you. All of us have feelings. And I'm not ashamed to say that I cried. Hey, I done all that. No, because one thing about me, I was a true lover. That's one thing about me. I was a true lover. But I started to realize after that last relationship, because I never got over this one girl. And because one thing for sure, she left me for somebody else. Um, I think I had a few other girls that left me with, I don't know. I can't really think, but I know the last. I know the last few girls. This particular one that I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say her name, but this particular one I was definitely crazy about, and and it's just crazy because she thought I was cheating and doing stuff like that. Never cheated on this girl. Never did. I always remained faithful. Just because I was going to play basketball and all that stuff. Because I was always an outgoing person. That's what I was doing, and it was just like the moment that I would go play basketball and stuff like that, she would get upset for no reason. And I didn't understand that. And next thing you know, she said, boom, she just wanted to break up. Next thing you know, I heard somebody, I think it was one of my cousins, they told me on Snapchat, he said, hey, hey, I seen her, she on somebody's lap or something like that. And so he showed me the Snapchat. And I think that next day at school, yeah, the next day at school, I totally went off. I'm talking about I was boiling, I was hot. I went off on her. I said some hurtful things, and I tried to apologize to her because when I realized I was like, that was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. And yeah, I said I don't believe I cussed or any. I might have did. I don't honestly I don't remember, but I know I said some stuff that no, I was basically just letting her know like that's not cool. Why would you do that? Like you literally just broke up with me, and so it is what it is, but people don't understand what I've been through and how and what stuff I literally had to take. People will laugh at me when I talk about this stuff and will like literally just laugh at me. Just think it's funny. Just man, y'all don't know. My heart was broken. My heart was completely broken. And that's one thing people just don't understand. They think it's a game. They think it's funny, but having them be in the same shoes I was in, man, they will understand everything. Like I said, I wasn't well treated in school. I wasn't. I mean, there were people making up crazy rumors about me and through the whole school, and I had to keep going to school and knowing that everybody in the school hearing a rumor about me that ain't even true. And you have to keep walking to school and going and dealing with that. Man, that was devastating. Man, they would make all types of rumors about me and I never done anything. I mean, it got to a point to where I hated school. I hated school. I never really wanted to go back, but I still kept going because I'm like, look, I'm trying to graduate. I'm just trying to get up out of here. So when people don't understand what you done been through, it's hard for them to understand. They always see the outside, but man, you don't know what I went through in my past. You don't know what I had to deal with coming up. I mean, back in the days, I was basically being taken advantage of. Always. Whether it was a female, whatever, I was taken advantage of. You know, because one thing about me, when I loved sincerely. I loved sincerely, and that wasn't easy to take. None of that stuff wasn't easy to take. And I'm getting all this stuff off my chest because I'm telling y'all that God, this is what God brought me from. He brought me from all of this stuff. And do I think about it from time to time? Yeah. Do it bother me from time to time? Yeah, it do bothers me. So when you see people leave your life and stuff like that, it hurts. It really do. Because it reminds me that one person that left me back then. So it's not an easy pill to swallow. It really ain't. So like I said, it's not easy. And like I said, I tries to be the most loving and caring person that I possibly can be. I know I'm not gonna always get everything right, but but I at least want to make sure that I'm the most lovable person ever, because that's just my heart. I'm just a loving person. My dad was the same way. He was a loving person too. Funny guy. Everybody everybody loved being around him. And I don't think there's not even one person that didn't like my dad, because he was just that outgoing person. But man, but folks would laugh all in your face. I'd have been laughed at all in my face. Everything. Talked about everything. And I'm not saying anything because it's still gonna keep happening. I'm hearing ringers all in my ears and stuff like that. So to this day, I know people are still talking about me. See, people won't come to you and say nothing to you, but they talking behind your back. And you know why? Because I'm hearing a lot of ringing in my ear. So I know people still talking about me. And it can be, and I'm not saying it can be bad. It may be good, and some can be bad. But majority of them, I'm pretty sure it's bad. No, if I would told y'all some stuff that they said that I've done and stuff like that, I'm just like wow. I'm just like wow. They will make a crazy. They will make a rumors. I'm gonna say that they'll make a rumors for me to even go to jail. I'm gonna just put it that way. And I never dealt with any of that. That wasn't even my character. But this is the kind of stuff that they was saying about me and targeting me. Yeah, I had like a little group. It was just like basically me and my cousin. But towards the senior year, I was literally all by myself, honestly. And I think that goes with everybody. Senior years, your first year you have all your people, and then the senior year, everybody's grown and gone and everything. So, but one thing for sure, yes, I've been bullied and I've been talked about, and majority of them was females. I mean, some the majority of females said I was ugly, I was black, I would never get a girl, and I'm trying too hard to fit in, and it was just all types of stuff, man. If y'all understand, it was just all types of stuff. So so one thing for sure, I know it has God, because God's been dealing with me. He said stop being overly over yourself. Stop stop thinking the worst of yourself. Know what I said in my word. He said, I'm the head and not the tail. He said, greater is he that is in me than he that is also in the world. He said, you're wonderfully and beautifully made in the image of God. See, all this stuff God was saying about me. And when I was reading all them scripture, it stuck with me. Because what I used to think about myself is what they said about me. That's what I used to think. Even months before I got saved and stuff like that. Man, there were nights I was crying, like literally. There was not ever a beat miss. I was crying literally every single night. Every night. Every night, because I'm like, Lord, I don't know how. Why do people do this to me? Why did she leave me? I'm juggling with all that stuff. That's why I said, even in my songs, I don't know if y'all I don't know if y'all want to go listen or whatever. I'm not telling y'all to go listen, but if y'all look at all my albums on my YouTube page, and if y'all listen from the first, it may not sound that good because, like I said, I had this mix pad thing. That's before I went to Pro Tools. But if y'all listen to some of them songs, I think the playlist is Red Moon. The playlist is Looked in Your Eye. I think those are two playlists. And I believe Dance All Night too. If you look at one of those playlists and listen to one of them songs, literally everything that you hear in them songs, that's basically everything I was going through. Especially Red Moon, the Red Moon playlist. That was all everything I went through. And so because as I'm doing now, I couldn't express this kind of stuff. So what I would always do, I had music. That's all I had. So I would just make music and talk about everything that I was going through. And guess what? People made fun of my songs too. People laughed and made fun of my songs too. They said I was way too overly emotionally. and all this stuff. No, I'm pouring my heart out of myself because videos like this, like I'm doing now, I wouldn't have done this. And I never knew the conversation was going this way, but I'm just telling y'all what God has really brought me from. What God has really brought me from. I was always the outcast. Always. I remember one time, I think it was not too long ago. I think it was last year, the beginning of 2021. Or was it 2020? It may have been 2020 or 2019. I don't know. But I had I was with one of my friends, whatever. We was at the game. I guess we was at a basketball game, whatever. And so we were sitting there. It was me and my cousin, because he lives down south now. He moved away when we graduated. So it was me and my cousin, and two of my friends was in the no, me and my cousin was sitting up front on the bleachers, and both our friends was sitting behind us. So a few girls, I think one of them I already know that don't like me. I don't know why, because I never talked to the person, but they all came up. They came up and they said, hey to this one behind me, hey to that one behind, and they were shaking their hands and telling what's up, whatever like that. Completely looked over me and my cousin, and looked over and said, hey, what's up with y'all? Completely looked over me. And I was surprised because one of my friends said, one of my good friends, hey, he said, you ain't gonna say out to the bros or whatever like that. And I believe that's when I said no. After the girl left, I said, bro, it's all good. But see, I knew it was personal. See, people don't like me because of the stuff that they hear from other people, but they ain't even true. So I don't know, man. It was just crazy, like how they. I'm telling you, this is how I literally got treated. This is this is how I got treated. I can be with a group of people. They will talk to everybody else, and I'd be right there in the front, and they would look over me, on purpose. hmm this is what I went through. So that's why I say when I be trying to tell people, man, y'all don't know what I've been through. Man, people don't understand what I've been through. I had to deal with this stuff through my high school years, even some of my preschool. Well, not my preschool year, but linking towards high school. That's when I had to really deal with that kind of stuff, and it wasn't easy. It really was not easy, and that's why when I see people hurt it, when I see people rejected, pushed to the side, bullied and stuff, it do something to my heart because I've been there before. I've been there. It wasn't like a bully, like somebody's taking my lunch money and all that. It wasn't like that because one thing for sure, I knew how to defend myself. Now that right there, I knew how to do. I know how to defend myself. It wasn't gonna be none of that. But I was talked about by females, just humiliated, like just talked about completely. They would laugh, they would do all this other stuff, and so it wasn't easy. So when I lose people here and there and stuff like that, it takes me back to them past. It takes me back to them days, and that's something God is working with me on. I'm just learning to let it go and let it be what it is, and just keep moving on forward what God has for me. That's why I believe God has some really great things for me, and I know I just got to stay focused because I'm nothing without God, and neither is anybody else. Nobody's nothing without God, and without God, you would be a complete mess. But I'm telling you, man, it wasn't easy. It was it was literally not easy. I mean, this the stuff I grew up with. I had to, man, man. It even hurts me even talking about it now. I didn't even think I was going to get into all this stuff. It's really about cutting people off. This video is about that though. God in this season want people to cut off certain people because they're hindering you. They're hindering your blessings. And like I said, it's not going to be easy, but that's just, you know, do you want the blessing or you just want to just go ahead and cut off? I mean, you have to balance that. Man, we done been to a cycle day and year after year. Man, I'm trying to be blessed. And if that's hindering my blessing, I have to let it go. I'm sorry. And I don't want nobody getting so personal or getting upset about this because, like I said, it is what it is. Just like if it was the other way around, I couldn't do nothing but just respect it. But no, like I said, no, I've been bullied, and like I said, I've been looked over, I've been cheated on, and all this and that, and and I'm gonna tell y'all this last story, and I'm gonna get off of here. This girl that I dated, uh, she was in eighth grade. She was in seventh grade, and I was in eighth grade, and I believe we went to the movies. We all went to the movies. It was me and my other friends. We all went to the movies. We kind of had a group, date or whatever like that. So we went to the movies, and she was starting to act weird because we was dating for, well, it probably wasn't that long, but probably like 3 weeks or possibly a month. But it was like she was starting to act weird. So knowing me, that when you be at the movies and stuff like that, you want to hug your female, you want to kiss her or whatever like that. Y'all know how y'all remember how that stuff went, holding hands and all that stuff. She wasn't trying to do any of that. She wasn't trying to hold my hands. She wasn't trying. It was like every time I tried to put my arms around her, she would push back. I tried to grab her hands. I said, "Well, let me grab your hand." She wouldn't grab my hands. So I got to a point. I said, "Well, hey, I'm not finna sit here and watch this movie with you. I'm not finna do it." And that's exactly what I did. I got up and I left. I think it was after the movies. I don't know if it was after the movies or towards the end. I think it was towards the end. So all my other friends, they walked out. And so that's when I called my mom. I called her on the phone. I was like, just come get me or whatever like that. And then she was literally laughing in my face. She literally started laughing, talking about I'm breaking up with you and this and that. And she literally laughed all in my face. One of my friends supposedly was supposed to be one of my friends videoed it the whole time. I don't know if he still got the video to this day, but he videoed me the whole time, calling my mom, telling her, "Now I'm getting up out of here. I'm not dealing with this stuff no more." I'm sitting there walking in circles, and they all sit there laughing at me. That broke my heart. It really did. So that's what I'm saying, man. People don't understand, man. That man, people don't understand. That hurt. I mean, literally, that hurt. Like just the way she just totally just dumped me right there, and then everybody's video and all that stuff. Man, that hurt me all the way. I'm talking about core. That hurt me. So that wasn't easy. So I just want to just get up on here and I didn't think it was gonna go this long at all. Period. But I believe God just want other people to know that if you've been in that situation and you having a hard time cutting people off, just pray and ask God to help you to just move forward. This is a season God is going to bless. And look, I'm trying to be one of the ones. I mean, I done been through hell and high waters to get to where I am now, and I can't let anything interfere or get in my way. So I'm just determined that I'm just going to keep moving forward in God, and whatever everybody else got to say about me, whatever they got to think about me, or whatever like that. It's like I said, because I'm telling you what, there's a lot of people, even people that is on my Facebook, they look over everything. That's why I hardly don't even really try to post anything on Facebook because everybody constantly look over. The only person that really be there for me, uh, I got two of them. One of them is my mom. I'm not gonna say the other name, but one of them is my mother, and that's really all. Everybody else, they completely look over me. Completely look over me. I could be writing stuff or giving a video about God, encouraging whatever like that. Won't get nothing. People completely look over me on my Facebook. That's why I don't. That's why I try to spend much time up on here because, and I tell y'all every time that I thank y'all for really watching my videos and supporting me because it do means a lot from my heart. Because at the time I didn't have none of this. I didn't have none of this. So I'm just going with a platform where God has placed me at. So I post stuff on my community like a Facebook because I can't do that. I can. I mean, I can do it. Just won't get nothing. Nobody. Everybody's gonna purposely look over me, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it too. My last pastor, he even looks over me. He don't support me. He don't. like none of my posts or anything. And honestly, don't check up on me at all, period. But it's okay. It's all right because I still love him and I still respect him as a pastor. And I'm going to always respect him because he still is a man of God and he was called. So I ain't got nothing but love and respect for him. But see, this is some of the stuff I don't talk about. I don't say nothing. I just let stuff just roll off of me. But yeah, I even have a pastor that I used to be a member at a church. He don't say nothing to me no more. He don't talk to me no more. So when people don't understand, that stuff really hurts. It really do. And that's something I have to deal with and I have to keep fighting through every single day. Every single day. It seems like another person is moving away. That stuff is not easy. So that's why I try to stay connected to YouTube much as possible because God has blessed me with y'all to ride with me. Because like I said, there was at a point I didn't have nobody. I had also an individual that I supposedly that I liked that I really liked or I had a crush on that I really wanted to actually, really talk to. Told her how I felt, everything. I'm spilling the tea. I really am. Told her everything. And through my darkest season when I was going through, never heard from her. Never did hear back from her or anything like that. Then the moment I went viral on my channel, she put on my thing. She said, I think it was that Astro video. It was the Astro video. Or it was the other one. She commented on the video. She said, great content. Then I went to Facebook. She shared my video. I said, what was my, I literally wanted to say on the comment, what was my content way before? Because nobody did support me. Nobody. See, people don't support you when you're going through. But when God puts a glow up on you, that's when they want to come around. And my question is to you, where were you when I was going through? Hey, I'm just being honest. And people may get upset with the video or whatever like that. But hey, it is what it is. I'm just spilling the tea. This is how I look at everything. When you going through, people don't care nothing that you go through. But the moment God put a glow up on you or bless you or whatever it is, now folks want to start coming around talking about you. What I can't remember what she said, but that's one of the things she did say. She said that was a great content. I'm like, a great content, but what was my content before? It's sad. It really is, and like I said, I'm just at a point in my life. I ain't got time for no more games, man. I'm finna just go after God with all my heart and soul and all this other stuff that folks got going on. I'm literally burnt out and over it. I don't have time for it. I'm just gonna love you and I'm just gonna move forward in God. Relationship, none of that stuff, that's not even my focus right now. But whoever God placed in my life to be in my life, yes, I thank God for each and one of you all. So I wanted to do this video. It went deeper than I really thought, but I'm just letting y'all know about my life, and this is where it all comes to. I've been through a lot of stuff, and I always keep looking back like, Lord, I'm not worthy of this. I don't deserve this. God said, no, you is worthy of it, and you do deserve it because of the stuff you done been through. And there's so many other stuff that I can go into, but I'm not gonna go into it. But there's so many other stuff that I had to deal with growing up and stuff. There's, and me losing my dad, basically looked like it was right in front of me. So I'm still, going through certain things. Even though it's been 6 or 7 years ago, it still bothers me to my day to see that my dad is not here. And I think that was a person that I can literally go and talk with, or a person that always wanted to do something, wanted to go fishing, whatever like that. That was my I don't know what the word is, but man, like that's when that was taken away, it really put me in a situation like, man, I don't, where's another person like that, you know? And I think that's the hole that God knew that I was that wasn't filled. So God was like, that's me. That's me. And so when I accept Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, I thank God that I have a spiritual father. So with that, losing my father and stuff like that, it wasn't easy for me. It hurt. But I hope everybody be blessed. But like I said, this is a season where you have to cut you have to cut all ties off with some people, man, that are hindering your blessings and get into what God is calling you to do. So hope everybody be blessed by this message, this little quick little message. And share, like, comment, subscribe, and everything. And turn on notifications. And one thing I want to let y'all know, even if I got new subscribers, make sure you do click that bell, because I don't know, I guess when you subscribe, it don't notify you when I have a new upload or whatever like that. I don't know, but that's one of the things I came to find out. But so if it has a bell, I don't know what it look like on y'all side, but if it have a bell, like I said, just click that bell and you'll get notified every time. You know, YouTube is always doing something different, so it sometimes get a little difficult trying to stay up on it. So God bless everybody, love everybody. Until next time, God bless you.